Cause a false flag and then create a warrant. Guys, keep pushing that way, please. More line, please. That way.
I think Elijah, he interviewed us.
Oh, where's he at? Where's he on?
He was over there.
Oh, man. He's trying to meet up with I think everybody thought it was going to be the police. This is sure about this. The police did such a good job of this. What we're doing is giving our police a better idea of how to routine and control our public. For when we finally do have a new revolution or a protest that needs to happen, it's not going to be able to do shit. Yeah.
Well, what they'll do is, you know what they did in Ukraine? Things build up, and things get closer and closer. They'll let the crowds get bigger and bigger. They'll have a sniper up there, and they'll pick off people on both sides. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's what they did in Ukraine. That's what they did in Ukraine.
Yeah, they would do that in Ukraine.
There's people who sit above, they don't give a shit about either side. They want us to fight.
There it is, man. That's what these signs are for.
Police Bureau. There are no permits to march in the streets. Please stay on the sidewalks and follow all traffic laws. If you are in the street, you may be subject to arrest for disorderly conduct. Move to the sidewalks now. This is the Portland Police Bureau. There are no permits to march in the streets. Please stay on the sidewalks and follow all traffic laws. If you are in the street, you may be subject to arrest for disorderly conduct. Move to the sidewalks now. Disorderly conduct. Move to the sidewalks now. This is the Portland Police Bureau. Southwest NATO is open to vehicular traffic. Move to the sidewalks now. If you remain in the streets, you'll be subject to arrest for disorderly conduct. Move to the sidewalk now.
Did you come here planning to use that weapon, or was it more of a spin?
This is the Portland Police Bureau. Southwest NATO is open to vehicular traffic.
What's with the not even over here? Look at what are these guys doing?
Here we go, here we go. Go home! Shit, bad boy! Jamal X, motherfucker! Jamal X! Hey! Jamal X, motherfucker!
This is the Portland Police Bureau. Southwest NATO is open to vehicular traffic. Obey all traffic laws, use crosswalks, and stay on the sidewalk.
Nazis! Go home, Nazis! Go home, Nazis! Go home, Nazis! Yeah, that's right, go. Dear man.
They have them all connected over there. They're on the other side of this bridge.
Southwest Leo is open to vehicular traffic. Obey all traffic laws, use crosswalks, and stay on the sidewalk.
Just accepting it, you know?
State lines to incite a riot.
Alright.
You're not going to get him on anything?
That way. Looks about 50 blocks. Alright. Oh no, thank you.
So, Patriot Prayer is a far-right organization. Antifa is a far-left organization. So the fascist
Ho ho! Get the fuck out of here!
But because of the it's much easier to get and then the far-right element here to protest the far left is and so instead of doing it in Vancouver where you have a limited audience, especially with media, he brings it over here.
Also, those guys have the rest of the correct road officers on the system, and they have evidence out there that he has but he's trying to do the thing and help because they have so your officers with the boy,
I walked past the sectors.
It's even further right from Jim though. Yeah, this is good stuff. Have a great day. Thank you. Respect personal space, officer. Jeez.
suggesting that they're not enforcing the law equally?
No.
That is.
I would never say
That is fucking shocking. So sorry. Pardon me.
Y'all know that outlaw our issues.
It is a little weird though because like most of those fuckers don't live here, and it's like, wouldn't you think you'd want to make good relationships with all the fucking weirdos who live here? No. Apparently not. Go home, Nazis!
Potentially a tense situation was averted here. A tense situation turned out largely peacefully here in Portland, Oregon this afternoon. Police managed to keep two rival groups separate. On the one side, the Proud Boys and their adherents, white supremacist, proto-fascist organization that had come to this city in order to demonstrate, and they said they were demonstrating against big deal.
PTSD! Get back now! Get back now! Back up! Back up! No! Back up! I'm a combat veteran, PTSD! I'm a combat veteran! Back up! Back up! Back up! I asked you nicely! Back up! No! I'm a combat veteran! Back up! I'm a combat veteran. I'm It's always a white person's face. Yeah, I was just right here with Al Jazeera News.
Are you going to be peaceful with
I am a combat veteran, but I'm not a pussy about it. Wearing a mask.
Everybody's going home safe today. No hurt, no harm to nobody. Only Jesus Christ could have done that. Hallelujah. 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 We praise God through it all. And the Lord Jesus Christ calmed everybody home.
Do you want the human rights to die off? I don't. I mean, it looks like it's going that way. Like some miracle, the whole human race is actually we don't destroy ourselves. I don't know about you, but I don't survive. Just did it. Well, what's the problem? Yes, that's common sense. That's the biggest problem. Common sense. We start getting along, we start having compassion for each other, we will not survive this. Right? Don't you hear that?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah to the Lamb of God.
What's up, man?
Yeah, God is real. God is real. God is real. Amen.
No religion. Sorry, dude. That's an old religion. Hallelujah. I will tell you what. I will agree in one sense that the original philosophy of capitalism
Actions.
Well, here's a great example. I'm a transgender combat veteran. I live in southeast Portland. This week there were 2 Molotov cocktails that were thrown against, or at least placed in the yards of my LGBT brethren. And I'm sorry, that is not what I fought for as an honorably discharged combat veteran. I had to be in the closet during my military service, and I am not going to accept these kinds of rallies because that is exactly what they spawn. Isn't it a coincidence that there was 2 Molotov cocktails in southeast Portland the week of the Patriot Prayer rally? What a coincidence.
You think there's a serious, anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-immigrant, anti-whatever you want to say.
Here's the thing,
in the city of Portland itself. I mean, some of these people
it's a mixed bag.
are imports.
It's a mixed bag.
Okay.
It's a mixed bag. Because right now, Portland, it is an oasis. There's a little bit of everything here. I'm a transgender person. I have walked these streets safely, and I have been harassed in the city. And I am an honorably discharged combat veteran, and I feel I can't actually go home this week because I don't feel safe because Molotov cocktails were thrown at my comrades' houses. So what am I supposed to do? That's why I'm here. That's why I'm saying it is not acceptable that these people hold these kinds of rallies and bring these kinds of problems into the city. Not that those problems don't exist. The city has tons of problems. We don't need any more. Kind of like landfills. They don't need our help growing.
Well put. Thanks very much, guys.
You're very welcome. Thank you for your time. I really
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
being here. I really appreciate your presence. Thank you for letting us be heard.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm serious. I'm an honorably discharged combat veteran. I'm a transgender veteran. And there's about 135,000 of us known in this country. And right now, I seriously feel afraid to go to my home.
Wow.
Because of Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
That's
powerful.
It's not what I fought for. This is not what I fought for.
No kidding.
I mean, seriously, I have had to stay at my partner's house and not go back to my home because of people that attend those kinds of rallies. Not saying they're all bad. There are good people and there are good hearts. But,
there are also people who do violent things.
It is undeniable it's in the media. Look
did
it up.
stuff burn, or?
I don't know the full story. All I heard, there were 2 Molotov cocktails found.
Oh, so
now, I don't know if they exploded.
Like, set the house on fire or anything.
Well, not that I know of. The reporting, that's another problem, though. The reporting is very minimal right now. Now, I'm not blaming the press, but I don't know. But the thing is, though, I'm an honorably discharged combat veteran with PTSD.
Yeah.
And now I can't go to my house and water my plants and feed my fish because of fascists, because of racists, because of homophobes, and most of all because of transphobes that hate people like me. There's a reason the United States ranks 3 for the murders of transgender people on the planet. They say this country is free and great. I call bull on that.
Yes, sir.
There's been, it's unbelievable. And I'm an honorably discharged combat veteran, and the VA has denied me transgender health care, even after honorable military service. I'm sorry, that's fascism.
I'm really sorry about your situation, and I hope that I hope they catch whoever did it, and
I do too. Thank you.
You can feel secure in your own home.
I want to say please share some of the story, though. Please do your best, because
I'll do my best.
I am afraid to go home. And the press, the story out,
should feel
is
that
the
way.
only thing that the press is what we need right now.
Have you tried
the story
like
out.
the Oregonian? And
I don't know who broadcasted it, but they talked about 2 Molotov cocktails thrown at LGBT houses in Portland. And the thing is, I'm an advocate, an activist. It makes me a target. I'm afraid I'm going to get the same result as MLK.
Yeah.
I mean, having a firebomb.
So even going public is a danger.
That's why I can't show my face, because I'm an activist. I do transgender cultural competency training, but I can't show my face because I'm afraid someone's going to throw a firebomb through my window. And it's almost happened this week in Portland, in my neighborhood, southeast Portland. It's in the news. I mean, I can't confirm if it's true or not, but it's in the news. If you want to look at that as a story, I think that'd be a fascinating
fascinating story to follow. Is there a connection between that and the Patriot Prayer protest? That would be a really cool story. I'd love to see more on that. For real. I think that'd be wonderful.
We'll see what we can do. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
You're very welcome. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Can I ask you
And again, sorry for you're doing your job. I appreciate it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What branch do you serve in?
Air Force.
All right, cool, man.
All right, we gotta go.
All right, peace out. Have a good day.
Libertarians?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. 2020, baby. Adam Kokesh 2020. Libertarian for president.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to end Antifa.
Get out of here, traitors. We're gonna dissolute the federal government. Get out of here.
that opening in order to attack and assault us and marginalize people. So we know that we're here together, and I'm proud of all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Now we have to get home safe, so make sure you've got your buddies. No one go home on your own, and make sure that if you have any questions about getting home safe, come talk to me or anyone in safety, and we'll be able to get you escorted. Thank you down, never mind, come talk to me. Raise your hand if you don't have a buddy to get home. Oh, okay. All right, good, great. Anybody going to Buckman? Oh, Chris Love, all right. People looking for Southeast? Anybody heading Southeast? Powell area? All right, there's people over here. We're connected there. We'll see what we can do. North Portland, St. John's. Anybody? North Portland? Okay, great. So we're officially dispersed. Get together, make sure that you have a buddy to get home, get safe, and oops, yes? Yeah, towards the people who just marched, so yeah. Any other questions? Everybody feel good? Okay, let's disperse. Thank you all for being here. One more round of applause. Yes!
ask for a couple bucks to cover printing costs.
I don't have any cash on me right now, but I'll let you guys know.
Is that for? Can I have it or not?
Oh, we just asked for a couple bucks to cover printing costs.
I don't have any change or whatever. But
Oh, with their little kid too. You're really gonna bring your fucking kid.
getting chased down. Put a little kid in there.
Showing that Spartan courage.
That's gonna be rough.
I told him to come back with the flag towards the ground if he's so brave. He's got that right.
I think it's his daughter or his girlfriend or both.
I mean, that was a shield.
Yeah. It's not a prop, it's a shield.
The girl with
Well, I mean, she might be.
it's just, yeah.
Oh, so only some people can use the sidewalks now? Fuck you, pig! Fuck you!
Yeah, you're being a dick. Fuck you.
You came to me.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching your shit, dude. I'm telling you. With this shit on your back, I know what that shit's about. Proud boy, motherfucker.
I'll say that.
Dude, you're gonna get it.
That's all I'm there for.
It's not about politics. Racism isn't politics, now.
I never said it was.
You don't stand on the side of racism. Makes you racist, cuz. I called him out on his little silver and black American flag. I said, that says Proud Boy. That just yells Proud Boy. You know it.
Military defense.
You know your security. We all seen his dick.
Security of what?
You know. Come on, quit trying to be dumb. Quit trying to be dumb and play fucking games. Quit trying to be dumb and playing games. Quit trying to be dumb and playing games. What's going on here? Yeah, you know what? Go home. No, it's fucking dumb, but I don't think it's fucking dumb. Oh, no, you won't. No, you won't. Get there! What do I know about what? Hey, what do you know about you? I know what you're about.
Well, then what are you protesting? You just said you came down here for donations. Why are you lying?
Why you worried about the military sniper?
But you wanted to get donations.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you think is going to be like reading your disregard politics? I understand like you might be trying to like stop doing stuff, but you have a backpack that clearly says like, you know, a flag in which this side is not. There's an American flag on there, and actually it looks more like a contractor's military backpack. Like I don't know if you know Chris Kyle. They have like the, you know who that guy is?
I mean, a lot of like American flag, right?
No, I thought you were going to say Chris Kyle. You're not like ex-military or
I've never been in the military.
Served for a corporation before.
I work for HP.
HP, yeah, okay. And that's why you're trying to get Bitcoin. It's online. Start a lot of like computer stuff, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you have a look at that? And why don't you go look at what that is?
That's right, they didn't tell bro.
It is so.
With like a mass shooting.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
I don't know if you realize. I don't know if you realize. Well, yeah, because you're out here, and I just told you why. But basically, because it's provoking something which I thought you were trying to provoke by getting a Bitcoin donation or getting your sign on the news or whatever. Well, yeah, but I mean, that's
I made
what
this
you're
as
doing out
neutral
here.
as possible.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. But now you have other things which are like attributing to a side where we are literally getting all of the Nazis out of here right now. I don't know if you've noticed, but basically one at a time.
Nazi flag.
Well, that's what Nazi America has become now. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but we're putting kids in cages based on their immigration status, which we're saying it's not, it's like justified because it's illegal or whatever. Whatever the case, you know, this is the start of the genocide that's about to come. Like they're going to be going after protesters next, which is why Trump is saying that Antifa is a terrorist organization. Basically, they're going to be going after protesters next. So it's like it's Muslim, Mexicans. You know, this is the step procedural stuff of like how a fascist nation works. And right now, that sign on your back basically puts you on their side. So when you're out here, and you're trying to say you're not trying to like provoke anybody, you're doing it just by that backpack. So it's like it's too late. Everybody here, it's too late, dude. Everybody here has already saw you wear it. So we all think that you're here basically trying to like do their thing about like, you know, dressing up goofy and dressing up like an anarchist or whatever the fucking thing was going around.
Okay.
But like at this point, it's just safer for you to leave.
Were you in Eugene?
No.
You weren't? Like last weekend? Okay. Cool. Can you tell us, have you guys asked what this means?
I'm just wondering if you ever held that sign up.
No.
Yeah, I was here maybe a year ago. I think I came out a little late though.
And you came out at another impact day like this.
Yeah, it was something going on in the middle of downtown, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna hold up the sign and try to get donations.
Okay.
It didn't work, but I figured I'd try again.
So you're gonna keep trying it again. So it's like not because you actually want donations, it's because you're trying to like piss off people.
No, try again to get donations.
But it didn't work the first time.
No.
And so you don't think it's a good time to like come out here necessarily, but you still come out here anyway.
What is hypnotism?
Oh, it's
From Futurama.
Yeah, there you go.
What's the meme reference? You know, he's from Futurama. Future, that's all they watch on TV is fucking hypnotism. How's it going? Chilling, man. Chilling. I mean, it is. I don't know what he just said to you, but it is interesting that you're showing up here. Are you like a 4chan dude?
No,
8chan?
I've never posted or seen 4chan. I know what it is.
Yeah.
But no, honestly,
you're a meme guy though.
What?
You're a meme guy though.
A meme guy.
You love memes?
I mean, everyone.
Yeah. You post a lot of memes.
No, I don't. I don't have Facebook. I don't have social media.
Yeah.
So, okay. No, I don't post any memes. But
How do you feel about ProudBoys and Antifa?
I'd kind of rather both just kind of chilled out. Like, I'd rather Portland could just be Portland. We can all just hang out.
Okay.
I mean, everybody has free right to protest for everything. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't like when it damages our city.
Futurama reference?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Zionists? Good?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, cool. I think you check out. It's weird though. Zionist is like it's Israel and the occupation of the Palestinian land. Zionists are pretty much. There they are.
It's a fucking ProudBoy bus.
Say hi to your mom for me, alright? Hey, man! Tell her I said
So, buddy. Oh shit, how you doing, Ken? So good. Ah, shit. Good to see you. Yeah.
Last year it was 3 buses.
Yeah.
Nobody's on for that.
subject to arrest for assault and for other city and state crimes and offenses. If you engage in such behavior, you may be subject to arrest and uses of force, including riot control agents and impact munitions.
How long have you been down here?
I've been down here for about.
I'm curious, are there like different pockets where the shit's going on right now? Because I keep seeing like vehicles pull off and go somewhere else. Well, press was taking off earlier. Well, I read something from the Oregonian that said they're telling you to leave the ProudBoys and they're taking off and then talk.
This is the moral police bureau. Be advised that any individual engaged in violence or assaulting behavior are subject to arrest for assault and for other city and state crimes and offenses. If you engage in such behavior, you may be subject to arrest and use of force, including riot control agents and impact munitions.
Downtown?
No, I worked on this. I was going back on the east side where I live.
The naughty side, I'm so bad. Yeah. No, tonight is not the day to go out to the bar. No, it is. It is. Just be prepared. Yeah, very true.
This is the Poland Police Bureau. Be advised that any individual engaged in violence or assaultive behavior are subject to arrest for assault and for other city and state crimes and offenses. If you engage in such behavior, you may be subject to arrest and use of force, including riot control agents and impact munitions.
The helicopter should be communicating with us. They know what they're doing. Probably on the east side. Unless they go out past any second, they're just up in the middle. I'm ready to go. Everyone else here has a phone. I don't have a phone, so I don't know. Like there should be like an alert, like they're here, let's throw them in the river. Where are they? Big river. Big deal. A lot of shit goes down the river. That's the history of I've studied the water use in Oregon. Put shit in the river. Some of it goes toxifies the field, but oh, if it's very boring, that would make this
I've passed as white as a slave. But there are people who don't get that privilege. There are people who don't get to pass as white. And just because you haven't experienced racism doesn't mean it isn't fucking endemic. And if you fucking believe that, it's because you haven't been listening to people who don't have your privilege of whiteness. The people who have to fucking experience racism. Yeah, Dave. Well, you don't. And you have no fucking empathy. Anyway, and it's not so much you don't want to expand your mind to consider the experience. You're not getting something for yourself. No, you're getting like it's a
I don't know where I work. You don't know what I do. You don't know if I know what it is.
Because if you're in the top 1%,
you know that everybody in America is in the top 1% compared to the rest of the world, right?
So you're not even talking about the top ones. You're talking about people that are richer than you and you sleep.
If you really want to look at facts, it's okay to murder people. You just cited a bunch of statistics.
Debating fascists is a waste of everyone's time. Debating fascists is a fucking waste of time.
They're not fascists.
So I've heard two different stories about
That's the dumbest shit anyone's ever said.
Oh, he said it, not me. We can start a peaceful
It's good, man. I like the. I don't give a fuck what you think, man. I like fucking
They're all true. So,
doing something like that.
I guess.
American too, I get angry at.
Yeah, man.
They got this guy for having an Alex Jones shirt, like an ass shirt. It's like
Earlier we were the prettiest girls at the party. Like left wing, right wing, they were loving us because people want to hear this message, but there's not anybody wearing body armor anymore to yell at. So.
Yeah, that's not what I'm here about. You know, I think that what you guys are doing embodies a huge problem that we have politically and culturally, where you don't have the guts to condemn racism.
I literally said condemn both sides when they do negative things.
But you condemn both sides equally, and so
I did not say equally. I said on the accounts of their wrongdoing. Please remember that on the accounts that they do wrong, you condemn them on those accounts.
Okay. So, and if Proud Boys show up and they don't cause any violence, but they're saying immigrants go home, lock migrants in cages, that's better for you than
I don't know why you keep trying to put a better or worse on this. I don't know what your end goal is because you like moral superiority. You're looking for is you like something that's morally reprehensible.
I think that you're just being narrow-minded and not looking at the fact that the effect of what you're proposing here and what you're standing for is everybody shut the fuck up. Is like
it's actually long format dialogue.
Okay.
We want long
Everybody is
format
equally bad here. Both sides are equally
I don't know why you keep going back to equal. I'm saying condemn people on their individual acts of violence, racism, or whatever. I feel like I'm talking to a wall at this point, man. I want you to have a good day, okay? I've said that so many times. You got to condemn people individually on the acts they do wrong.
Arizona.
And there it is. Have a good day, bro. Seriously.
But you're avoiding the fact that people aren't always at work.
During the Trump campaign, the American Guard was the Vinlander Social Club. They switched over to the American Guard because they got a platform. Okay, waving Nazi flags don't give you a platform. So all these chapters of American Guard all across the United States or Vinlander Social Club became American Guard. That's why 90% of American Guard members have Nazi tattoos and still wear Thor's hammers.
And I don't support.
You do, because you're over here.
You're yelling and not letting me explain my
opinion.
You're
over here calling people communists.
You're going to have to let me explain it.
You're over here calling people communists, but you're not over there calling people Nazis.
If I saw them, I would. I have not seen any.
Then why are you on this side?
I'm not on the Nazi side.
Why are you on this side wearing shit like this?
What side are you talking about?
Well, you're wearing a fucking shirt with a Punisher skull, which is commonly used by 3%ers. You have a fucking Blue Lives Matter flag, and you're over here because you know it will antagonize people. So you're
now you're open dialogue. Why are you wearing a mask? Why are you wearing all black?
Because I have
a
the right to.
And
just like you said, you have a right to.
And you're trying to open dialogue, or at least I would assume.
I'm not trying to open dialogue.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm here to stop fascism.
By using force or what?
Because by any means necessary.
So you're here to stop an idea by any means necessary.
That's what that does, right? That's what that does, right? No. The American government is the biggest imperialistic fucking war machine in the world. We fucking closed this and bombed Syria, blanket bombed half the Middle East. Is a fucking parking lot due to that flag and imperialism. Bombing babies. Okay, supporting a country like Israel to bulldoze homes of Palestinians. Okay, so if you want to talk about,
I don't support Israel.
Yeah, America does. How are you an American if you don't support Israel? Your tax dollars, $8 or $10 billion a year goes to support Israel.
How are you an American when you hate the government?
There you go. I didn't choose where I was born.
Exactly.
But you're openly supporting that shit.
I'm openly supporting.
You're openly supporting imperialism. You're openly supporting a country that blanket bombs women and children. And you can't even say nothing because you know it's true.
No, except I can say something because I know what I do and don't support. You're putting words inside my mouth.
You're wearing an American flag or a Blue Lives Matter flag, police officers that shoot people in the fucking back and murder people. I could go on for an hour. I could go on for an hour of names that were murdered by the police department.
Oh, please do.
All across the United States.
Yeah, why don't you name the police officers that have died in the line of duty, huh? Because you don't care.
I'm glad those cops died. More cops
Oh,
died.
of course you are. You're glad that the people that are here to defend us are dead.
A 12-year-old kid, 12-year-old boy with a toy gun shot in the
I'm
bar.
not saying that they're perfect. I'm not saying that every person in a police station is a good person. There's bad people in power all over.
No.
There's
There's no good cops or bad cops. You know why? Because the good cops don't speak out against the bad cops. When the good cops start speaking out against the bad cops, then maybe they'll be a good cop. But there's no good cops in a racist, corrupt system. In a system that supports mass incarceration, or you got prisons for profit, privately owned prisons.
Prisons are privately run. Okay, those aren't cops.
Mass incarceration.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I don't support that. But I support the people that are here.
Listen to what you're saying. You don't support the actions of the police, but you're wearing a Blue Lives Matter flag. You don't support the United States government bombing women and children, but you're wearing an American flag. Everything you say is a walking contradiction.
So if I say that I don't support terrorists, are you going to call me anti-Muslim?
You do support. Now, why does the word terrorist? That is Islamophobic. Because why does the word terrorist have to go to Muslims?
Because that's what people mostly assume. Because when you say that you are anti-terrorist, most people assume that you are anti-Muslim.
No, you just assumed it.
Okay, well then let me specify. If I say that I am not supporting Muslim terrorists specifically, are you going to call me anti-Muslim? They are a small percentage of the population doing bad things.
You know, Muslim terrorists are far right-wing. Al-Qaeda is far right-wing. Okay? ISIS is far right-wing. You know, here, Proud Boys, shit, far right-wing. It's always far right-wing extremists.
Okay, what about the Antifa guy that firebombed that ICE police station, or not the ICE station? Okay, the ICE. Yeah, but I'm not saying no.
You're talking about one isolated incident.
Yeah, but I'm saying no.
What about
it's a small.
What about Timothy McVeigh, who blew up fucking Oklahoma City bomb?
Yeah,
and I could go on and on. What about hundreds of years of slavery?
You realize that when you bring up slavery, it's more than just black people, right?
I'm talking about slavery in a whole.
Okay, well then you want to talk about the Irish indentured servants, you want to talk about the shit going on
but that flag represented fucking hundreds of years of slavery. You know, the fucking Ku Klux Klan used the American flag. Okay?
So because extremists use something that is a symbol originally dedicated for something else, it now means that is it?
Imperialism.
So I'm not going to change your mind.
No, you're not going to change my mind.
Yeah, you're just going to yell at me, trying to put words into my mouth, trying to say that
words in your mouth.
Yeah, you keep on trying to say that this is what I stand for.
You're wearing it. That's what you stand for.
I've told you what I stand for. There's certain actions and there's certain things that I can disagree with. Right? Small instances. Like you said, isolated instances.
Terrorist countries in the world is the American government. The American government created groups like ISIS by destabilizing Iraq and using proxy wars between the Shiites and the Sunnis and making the Shiites take over Iraq, making Saddam loyalists go into Syria. Then they started funding the Free Syrian Army to fight against Assad, and that's where ISIS was created. And ISIS was created by American imperialism, by American weaponry, by American guns. They were riding Toyota trucks. They had AR-15s. They robbed the bank in Mosul for hundreds of millions of dollars, and that's what created ISIS. American imperialism.
You realize the Shiites and Sunnis have been divided since like pretty much the beginning of that religion?
Yeah, but
class system?
They have.
Yeah,
they have.
So there's been wars all over the world.
They have, but ISIS was a direct.
Just because we have a hand in something that
ISIS was a direct result of American imperialism. Al-Qaeda was a direct result of American imperialism because the United States government trained Osama bin Laden, okay, to fight the Russians in Afghanistan, right? Which created the Taliban, right? Come on, we could go on and on and on and on. And nothing I could say you could say is wrong. During the Ronald Reagan era, on the front page of the New York City Times, they called Osama bin Laden a freedom fighter. Okay? Because when you're a terrorist for the United States, you're a hero. But as soon as you turn against American interests, you're a terrorist. You know, Obama went on TV and said, we're not going to intervene against ISIL unless American interests are at stake in Baghdad. Okay? So the group that America molded and created was slaying thousands and millions, thousands of their own people. But unless American interests were at stake at Baghdad, we weren't going to get involved. We would sit back and watch the monster they created. Just like Saddam Hussein, a puppet for the United States. We watched Saddam brutally torture, and his sons brutally torture, rape, and kill, you know, his people for years until we decided to say, well, he's against American interests, we have to go kill him. That's American imperialism. That's what that flag represents. And I could go farther and further and further and further. Okay, the land that you're standing on isn't your land. It was stolen land.
Yeah, every land is stolen land, in case you don't realize that. Conquering has been happening since the beginning of time.
Does it make it good?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't make it good.
Yeah,
but we can talk about the beginning of time, but then we can talk about the state of Israel, which is the current time.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's still happening by the United States government.
Yeah, domination of any form is still bad. Like slavery in any form, terrorism in any form, etc., is still bad. Like, it doesn't matter what.
How could you defend imperialism? How could you defend murder and genocide? How could you defend Palestinian babies being ran over by tanks and murdered, trapped in a prison called Gaza?
Maybe have a different symbol.
You can't defend it. You can't defend cops brutally beating and murdering people. Less than 100 years ago, hanging people. Dragging people from the back of pickup trucks.
So you can misconstrue what it stands for all you want, and you can bring in all the stuff which is technically correct, but that's not what this flag
is. Whoa,
Look,
I saw you cry. I also helped you with your skateboard.
Support the police because they're here to protect and serve. Now I know.
Are they protecting and serving?
Well, they just dragged that guy out after he got, yes, he was the one starting the fight, and he got hit. He needed medical attention. I still agree with that action. I don't think he was a good guy, even though technically we're on the same side, right?
Wow, that's crazy. Holy shit.
Yeah, there's a guy I've seen like 3 different
Yeah, and I also seen people that are supposedly on our side helping. Pouring
Yes, because they're good people. I don't necessarily think that all people in an organization that you disagree with are bad, right?
What's an organization?
Antifa.
Antifa is an organization. Antifa is a mindset. You can go right now to Walmart and buy a mask, call yourself an anti-fascist, and you are Antifa. There's no group. There's no membership. There's no fucking organized. That's why there can't be a RICO against Antifa, because there's no such thing as a group. It's a fucking mindset. It's an ideology. Okay? Just because you're wearing black and wearing glasses doesn't mean you're a member of Antifa. It's a strategy. The block is a strategy. That's why you see people from different fucking political backgrounds involved. You see anarchists, you'll see fucking communists, you'll see fucking whatever involved. Because it's not a fucking organized group. ProudBoys is an organized group. They have membership, they pay dues. You need an initiation. There's chapters, okay? That's why they're considered a hate group by the Southern Proud Boys Law Center, okay? Well, then why are you here? This was a Proud Boy rally.
I'm not here for the Proud Boys. I'm not here for you guys.
Then what are you here for?
For myself, to talk to people, try to figure out.
But we had no open talk. Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
So you support somebody who infringed on more constitutional rights in the last, I would say, since the Clinton era, okay? Which is the Second Amendment, banning bump stocks, red flag laws, and I can continue. Next will be high. Yeah, you don't care. How can you say you support the Constitution if you're supporting a president who's infringing against the rights of the American people?
Because there's other things that I do agree with. and I agree with his policy.
There's no such thing.
You don't have to 100% support everything. You can be 60%. You can be 70%. You can agree with a certain
Why are you
proportion
against
of
communism?
things. Why am I against communism? Because it has never worked.
Because it never worked. Because it takes away the rights of certain things, right?
It takes away the rights.
Kind of like your government's doing, or your president's doing right now, right? Taking away your rights in the Second Amendment. Anybody could be
lawful gun owner, as a hunter.
Anybody could be deemed mentally fucking challenged or any kind of mental issue, right? You right now could fucking have a breakdown, a nervous breakdown, and go into a mental hospital.
Yeah, I could, but
all right?
I won't.
Well, you could.
Yeah.
You don't know you will. We're all wired differently. Yeah. It's a possibility. So your president's saying, okay, red flag laws, if anybody was checked into a mental hospital or anything like that for any kind of anxiety breakdown or anything, they have the rights to come and take away your guns. Okay? And that's someone you support. You support somebody who's taken away your constitutional rights, but yet you claim to be a constitutionalist.
I didn't claim that.
Yo, you were an American flag.
Look, you can support certain things. You can not.
You're like a Christian, okay, like a Bible thumper, who will look through the Bible and they pick and choose what verses they like and what benefits them, and then they throw away the ones that don't.
Except the difference between the Bible and passing a bill is that you get to vote on the bill. When you take the Bible as a book and you read through the whole thing, which I have.
You're not voting on a bill. This is somebody taking away your rights by force. If you own a bump stock right now, you're considered a felon.
My opinion,
yeah, but that's still someone taking away your rights. You're right. You don't need them, right? There's many ways to fire an assault rifle without a bump stock to do the same thing. But it's still taking away the rights, and they had to reclassify the whole definition of an assault rifle just to pass that law.
Why all that shit?
Why? Because of right-wing fucking extremists shooting shit up. Almost every major shooting was done by a right-wing extremist. Almost every one.
Okay, so you're saying that because people want to use mentally ill, right? What about the ones that are just mentally ill?
But why is it mentally ill? Because if a Muslim did it, it'd be an act of terrorism. But if someone like a non-Muslim did it, it was because he's mentally ill.
So, the Baptist church shooting versus the Orlando club shooting. That guy was a very extremist. He was a terrorist, right? With that?
They were both fucking terrorists, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there is a problem with labels. There's a problem that...
I gotta go. I gotta go. But there's no open dialogue.
I agree with you on a lot of shit. I disagree with you on a lot of shit. Like
What do you disagree with me? The fact that there's good cops. Like I said, there's no good cops until I start speaking out against bad cops. Blue lives don't matter. You know what? Blue lives murder.
Well, that was...
This is the Norwood Police Bureau. Do not interfere with officers taking lawful action. Interference could result in arrest, questioning of the police officer based on to use of force, including rifle controlling black weapons. Do not interfere.
running across the bridge. Run. Run, little boy. Run.
I'm from Portland. I'm from St. John's, you fucking dumb bitch. You're a bitch, bro. I've been here longer than you fucking little faggot. What the fuck are you gonna do, dog? What are you gonna do? Shut your mouth, dude. No, just a fucking idiot. Then you go, I'll fucking, you can walk away. You ain't gonna do nothing. I know you can. He's gonna profile me if they take off my mask. That's what you guys have.
Mr. Foamy.
The little doggy.
You ever listen to Flying Soup? Don't know it.
What is she? It is growing. It's growing.
There's a symbol of incantation on it.
Thankfully, they have like sandbag ball. It's still. I don't pay for it. I pay all the feedback.
And somehow we'll take out or internet opportunity. Very top of the line. Try to avoid that.
Everyone's rubber Everyone's rubber
Yeah. Say we got to switch.
I know that, but I'm not.